Hey guys, and welcome back to the Desert Borealis podcast, episode 11. My name is Tasha, and I am the wife, mother, dyer, designer, knitter, creative person behind all things Desert Borealis. Thank you so much for being here. I've noticed that since my last episode that we've gotten quite a few new subscribers, so thank you for being here. I hope you find the content here relevant and enjoyable. And if you do, leave me a comment down below, a thumbs up, all that stuff helps so that our little community here can grow. I have just a few things to show you, and honestly, I have a bit of a giveaway, so stay tuned, let's get into it. I have no finished objects. I have obviously not done Vlogmas or anything like that. I haven't cast on any of my Freckled Whimsy Advent things that I was hoping to, and I will tell you why. It's because I want to get the sweater done. And if you haven't been here before, this is a sweater that I'm knitting for my husband out of fingering weight yarn, and I've been knitting on this since 2023, and this year it is time to get it done so that I can give it to him, and I am just focusing all my energy on here so that hopefully I can get it done. So this sweater is one that I'm designing myself, and it's based on the sweaters that Mick Aston from the TV show Time Team wears. And I'm making in fingering weight. Now, Mick Aston's sweaters are not in fingering weight, but, you know, my husband was worried that that a DK or a worsted weight sweater would be too bulky and too thick. So fingering weight it is. And this is one of the sleeves. And let's see, last time that we talked, I was right here. So I've been able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half stripes done. I did some calculating and I only have 8 more colors after this one to add before I can join them to the body, finish off the collar, and be done. So, also my term for school ended, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to have more time to devote to getting this done. So this is one sleeve, and I am working the other sleeve tandem because I knew that if I only worked one sleeve, I would give up. And let's see. So this is where I was last time, up to here. And how I do this is my first sleeve, and so I will add the color here, and once I am done with the amount of repeats for the color, I will then cut it and then knit one round in the new color, and then that way I don't forget which color goes next, and then the old color is ready to go on to this one. So one round in the new color, then I will switch it over to this. That is why my stitch markers are in different spots. 8 more colors after this. This is, like I said, fingering. This is Cascade 220 fingering. So it is 100% superwash wool. And you might be thinking to yourself, that looks like a long sleeve and 8 more colors. It is a long sleeve. My husband requested that this sweater be very oversized so that he can just relax, pull his hands up into the sleeves and have extra coverage to lounge around and read books in when he's off of work. So that is what he is going to get. Now, have I woven any of these ends in? Absolutely not. So it is going to be a bit of work. I think I calculated it up, and once I get both sleeves done, I will have over 100 ends to weave in, and that's not counting all the places where were impurities in the yarn that I had to cut out and restart. But I am kind of, I don't know, I'm at a weird position in this because part of me wants to burn it and never look at it again. Part of me only wants to work on this because I am so close to getting it done. Hopefully, I mean, in the perfect world where nothing else existed and I didn't have to do things like sleep and eat, I could say, hopefully this will be done by next week. But in all honesty, I'm just hoping to have it done by Christmas. Cascade 220, yeah, there's a lot of colors in here. I guess I can talk about some of them. So this is blue indigo. Hello. So we have blue indigo, aqua, lavender ice, carrot, lemon, medium blue, wisteria, carrot, baby blue, red, nope, wait, pale blue, because this is medium blue, then pea green, blackberry wine, artisan gold, cherry red, aqua, medium blue, azalea pink, wisteria, pale turquoise, carrot, sweet pea, cherry red, blue indigo, red, medium blue, artisan, sweet pea, wisteria, pale turquoise, and deep teal. And that is not even all the colors that I have used, because there's other colors on the sweater body. But once I get this all done, I can go over that with you guys. And what a great episode that will be to have this sweater done, let me tell you. So that is a lot of what I've been working on, but I have found time to work on a couple other Christmas presents for my children. These socks are being knit on ChiaoGoo red lace, size 2, 2.75 needles. There are 80 stitches on here. And I did 20 rounds of 2x2 for the cuff, and this is Cascade Heritage in the colorway Lemon, and then this is Opal Yarn Funny Fruits in the orange color. This is for my son, hopefully for Christmas, and I do have one of the socks done. So if we hold this up, I'm getting really close to being able to do the heel flap and pick up for that. Let's see, how many? 10, 20, I have about 30 more rounds on the leg. His legs, I do 80 rounds for the leg. It is quite necessary for me because he has a higher stitch count, and it is necessary to do a contrasting heel, toe, and cuff because everything else goes to the leg and the foot. Let's see, last time I showed you this, I believe I was only right here, let me show you all my markers. I was only 10 rows in, and so I've done 10, 20, 30, 40, almost 50 rounds on this leg. But the sweater comes first. This is being held in a bag by Lila Styles. And the third project that I have been kind of working on. So, a while ago, ow, that was my elbow. Okay, a while ago in my last episode, I mentioned that I was going to crochet a crochet hook case for my daughter using scraps that are using the yarn, like a shark themed yarn set that she got for Christmas a long time ago, but she doesn't know what to do with it. She was getting frustrated with it, so I took it. I was planning on making her a crochet hook case. This is the Ammonite crochet hook case. I actually got 99% of it done, and I just needed the closure, and I looked at it and I'm not a fan. The pattern's fine. I'm just not a fan of how these yarns are working out. These poor yarns have been a hat already. They have been multiple things. They're just not having luck staying made. That being said, I decided that I would just hook the yarn from this and start a DK weight pair of socks for my daughter for Christmas. And I think we have a problem with kind of variegated yarn, and so especially this one, this yarn seems cursed. So I decided to make her a pair of socks. It's a design that I'm coming up with as I go along, and so we've got the cuff up here, and then we have this pattern. It's a slip stitch pattern. It's in black. You're not going to be able to see it very well, but when you put it on, it stretches, and that's where the variegated is underneath. So you get like a nice little checkered, whoa, don't do that to me. Nice checkered type effect. So the variegation isn't like front and center, which I think she'll like, and it will also hide when I have to change from one mini to the next. And it will also appear like both socks will match because it's hidden behind the black. I really enjoy working on this. It's been super fun. It's my very first pair of DK weight socks, actually. And so I'm thinking she's gonna like this because she has been complaining that when she comes downstairs to play the piano, her feet get cold. Hopefully this will be a great remedy for that. And this yarn, like I said, it's just a bunch of shark themed minis that came from Lolo Did It, and this is from years ago. Okay, oh, and these, oh, I'll be better. This is Cascade 220 Superwash, and this is the black is also Cascade 220 Superwash black, and a scrap that we had, so I have no idea about that. And these are being knit on size 4, 3.45 millimeter, and I don't know how many stitches. 64 stitches? I'm an extremely tight knitter, so that's where we're going with this. And I've been trying it on myself because we do have the same foot circumference. Her feet are a little bit longer than mine, so. Okay, that really is all I have to share with you guys, except for, like I said, a little update on one of my projects and a giveaway. So, in this bag, I have been housing my squares from last year's Mima Makes crochet blanket, the Yorkshire blanket. And at the beginning of the year, I was super excited. I pulled 4 colors from my summer dye era. What do you call that? My summer dye release. And I started knitting a Yorkshire blanket. And I decided that I wanted to make it an adult size, so I was going to do 8 squares of each of the 12 different patterns for the Yorkshire blanket. And it's in neons, and I was going to use a neutral with it. But these are some of them. I don't know the names, so I would make 2 of each, 2 of the same color in each, no. There's 12 patterns. I would make the pattern 8 times, 2 in each of the 4 colors that I have. So these are just some of them that I've been doing over the year. So we have the, obviously, neon pink. And then we have the neon yellows. And the neon oranges. Where are you? Such a big bag. And the neon purple. And the purple, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it does have some color breaking in it, which I thought is really cool. And so it's like pink purple. You get some that are more pink and some that are more blue. All together, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. 32 altogether squares. And I still have all of this yarn in here. Nope, wait, there's more. 34. Okay, so now we get down to the giveaway part of this. This project has run its life in my possession, and it's no longer bringing me any amount of joy. So I would like to pass the yarn on to someone else. I am keeping my bag though, because I need that. But I will be sending whoever wins the giveaway all of these squares and the rest of the minis in this bag to finish making the Yorkshire blanket, all 8 squares in each color if you want, or you can just frog the squares and use these for whatever you would like. I figured it would be better to send this out into the world to someone who could enjoy it and benefit from it, because heaven knows it's just stressing me out being here. So if you are interested in winning this giveaway, then go ahead and comment down below. I don't know, comment something. Comment down below and I will do a random comment picker if there's more than one person interested. And yeah, I will send you this and all of the yarn. And there's no guarantees that it's going to be there before Christmas. And this is open only to people in the United States. So if you are interested, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let's just say stating that you would like to be considered for the giveaway. And I will do the winner drawing next time on my episode next week. Let's see, all together, I think 3, 6, 9, 12, this is like over 1,200 grams of yarn. So totally enough to make all the squares for the blanket. You're going to have to find your own color to join all of these together if you want to continue to make the Yorkshire blanket. But if you're just going to frog this and do whatever, then more power to you. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today for this little chat, and I hope that I will be able to sit down and record with you next week. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you real soon. Bye!